Hi everyone, Mireille here from QC. Just want to welcome you to your professional dog trainer course. We're so happy to have you here with us today. Dog training is a challenging profession, but luckily we have an amazing expert here to be your instructor through this course, Kim Cooper. So Kim, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your background in dog training.
Sure. So I've been professionally training dogs for 27 years now. Before I turned it into my career, it was absolutely my hobby. I spent an awful lot of time at dog shows and training classes, learning how to work with dogs.
And what drew you to dog training? What made you decide to use this as your career?
I was passionate about dogs from as early as I can remember. My parents didn't let me have a dog, so I did the next best thing, which was check out every book in the library over and over and over again and read about them. And I was notorious for grabbing all the neighbors' dogs and taking them for walks and trying to teach them tricks and do things like that. So it wasn't until I was in my 20s that I actually got my first dog and was able to really dive fully into what it's like to be a dog owner and a dog trainer.
That's awesome. That's the best way to do it. So tell us a little bit about how this course is going to work. What are people going to learn and how are we going to teach it?
Sure. So we're going to go through sort of the scientific foundations of dog training. Dog training allows for a lot of creativity in the trainers. They can devise lots of different techniques to address different problems. There's a saying, the only thing two dog trainers agree on is that the third one is doing it wrong. But the fact is that there are foundations, scientific principles that have to be respected for any technique to be effective. So we're going to be covering the motivational theory. Why do dogs change their behavior? Why do they learn things? Why do they stop unwanted behaviors? And that comes down to consequences. We'll be going through the principles of reinforcement and punishment. We'll be talking about the different categories under which we might create behaviors. There are a total of 6: luring, capturing, mimicry, modeling, shaping, and targeting. We're going to be going through all of those and explaining what they are, and that'll help individual trainers decide upon what method might work best for this dog, this owner, this behavior, and this circumstance. And finally, people who are aspiring to be dog trainers think it's wonderful. They're going to spend the rest of their lives hanging around dogs, and this is true. But you will also be hanging around people. Our job really, for the most part, is not to train the dog, it's to train the owner. So it's really important to have the ability to communicate with the other humans, the owners, the handlers, to get your points across effectively so they can get that point across effectively to their dog.
That makes so much sense. Well, okay, can't wait to get started.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Boy, you ready?